Dina, thank you for sitting down and talking. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Dina. I'm from Latvia.
Latvia.
Been modeling for 15 years, and now I'm chatting with you here.
15 years. What was your introduction into modeling?
So it was actually my mom's dream that she wanted to be a model, but like back in Soviet Union, there wasn't really options to become a model. So like it was my mom's like undreamed dream. So when I was 14, which is actually 20 years ago, she sent me to like a modeling school in Latvia. And it was like, you go through this like 9-month course of like how to talk, how to walk, how to pose, do makeup. And I was like going there every Saturday. That time, I still didn't want to be a model, even though there was an agency in Japan that wanted to sign me. But I was like, no, like I want to finish high school. I was like not ready to leave the country yet. Like I was a baby. Like obviously, like it wasn't my thing. And then I said no to that. I told my mom, if you want to do it yourself. Stubborn Dina kicked in. But then it was my first year of college. So I finished my first year, broke up with my that time boyfriend. It was like another break that we had. I went to my agency because I had just changed the hair color. Like I used to be platinum blonde. So I changed it to like dark coffee green, dark coffee brown. And just went to say hi. I mean, like, listen, change my hair color. If there's any jobs in Latvia in summer, like, I'll do them, like, small shows, small magazine shoots or something. And then 2 days later, they called me. They're like, hey, do you want to go to Turkey? And I was like, you know what? It's summer. I had just finished my school year. I had just broken up with my boyfriend. So, like, why not? Like, why not to just leave the country? So I took it as like a fun trip. Like it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm gonna be a model now. Like I was still like kind of like, like this could be fun. And then yeah, I went and my first agency actually told me that I will never become a good model because they took a size 00 model to Turkey where actual sizes normally is like 4 to 6. So obviously it wasn't working much. But then I went the second time because once you tell me I can't do something, I'm gonna be like, no, watch me. So I went the second time and I started working, and that's when I was like, huh, like this is actually like good. Like I actually like it, I enjoy it, and I kind of want to try to have it as a career.
How old were you?
I started late. I started when I was 20.
20.
Yeah, so like for modeling years, like it's pretty late. Like I usually model start at 16.
So you're in Turkey, you're 20 years old, and you're modeling. What was the process in getting to the US? And when did you come to the US? At what age?
So I came to US in 2015, and that time I was 25. I was 24 turning 25. It was post like a lot of traveling. Like I had lived in Asia, I had lived in all over Europe, like Italy, France, like everywhere. And then agency in LA wanted to sign me. So it was like a big scary leap of faith. I had no idea on like anything of like what's US market, or I was just like I wanted to come to US. So signed with agency in LA, came to LA and just took off. Like I started working really well and I like realized like it was also like a thing for me. Like when I got to States, I didn't know a single person here. I didn't know a single person in LA. Like I had only seen everything in the movies. So like for me it was like a whole new situation. And like up until LA, like traveling everywhere, I would be like 3 months there, 6 months there, like but like nothing really felt like home to me. And the weirdest thing happened that when I hit the ground in the plane in LA, not knowing anything, not even knowing where I'm living, I just felt home immediately. And that's when I was like, yeah, like US is my home. Like I'm staying here. And it just took out from there. Like started working for like Nordstrom's, like bigger brands like BCBG, Seven for All Mankind. Like it was like a great year.
When did you move to New York?
That was 2017. Like after I was working pretty good in LA and then I got signed in New York. I came here for New York Fashion Week just to like try it out, see some clients, and I was supposed to stay here 2 weeks. And then something just happened, and I flew back to LA, packed up my stuff, and was like, okay, bye, I'm moving to New York. Still did not know a single person here. It was just me being me, rash decisions.
In your eyes, do you look at yourself as an artist or a model? Because some models feel as though they're creating art and they're collaborating with the photographer, and others look at it as a job and they're a vessel for someone else's vision. How do you see yourself in this space?
So I feel like initially I was feeling more in an artist type of way, but in the past, like I would say 10 years is definitely, it's a job. Like it's my job, it's why I'm in this country, it's my visa. Like all of the things is like I'm a model. That's my job. Like that's my bread and butter. That's why like I really do love doing like collaboration shoots because that brings the artsy out of me. And like I get to like be in a character and play around and like do fun stuff. Whereas like my usual jobs is like e-com, showroom, and love those because they pay my bills. But like it's not really creative, so you kind of just like go into like kind of like a corporate thinking of like, okay, have to be at studio at like 9 or at like client's office, and then I'm working till 5, and then I'm doing the same thing over and over again. So it just like becomes a routine job. It's not nothing different from like a normal job besides it's not every single day. So it's like the inconsistency of it. But I do love when I can do like regular test shoots or like some fun projects that like require actually like a little bit of acting and a little bit of like showing a character.
Being in this industry for 20 years, you have a lot of insight into the agency side as well. And
Mm.
you follow your agent to different agencies. Is there any advice you would give to models on following the agency as they move and change agencies?
Yeah, I mean, look strongly at if you really want to follow that one specific agent or it's the agency itself that is keeping you busy. Because, like, there has been situations even in my career that there was a while, like, I was saying, look, I'm like, if this agent leaves the agency, I'm leaving with them, like, no questions asked. But then, like, 3 years later, the agent left the agency, and I'm like, you know what, it's not about that agent, it's the agency itself and other bookers too that are keeping me busy. So like I'm sticking with this agency because I really love the attitude. And it's like a lot of times it's also like I personally prefer to be with more boutique agencies instead of the big ones, because in big ones, like especially as a young model, you can get lost easily. So I would say, yeah, obviously, if you have a great contract from like a top agency, top leading agency, and you're a new face, like it can be a great thing. But boutique agencies oftentimes are more personally invested in you, and you're not just another face on the board.
Makes sense.
So it's like, for me, it's very important that I can call my agents and I can talk to them about like personal stuff. Like, they will for like going through like a breakup or something. Like my agency was easily being like, take 2 weeks off. Like, it's okay. You need your time to heal. So it's like some other agencies might not give that because for them it's just like you have to do your job and like that's it.
In your eyes, what makes a good model? What qualities does a person have to have?
I mean, definitely strong work ethic. Like I feel like showing up on time is one of the main things, which I see more and more. A lot of new models are not exposed to it, and like they're like showing up like 5 or 10 minutes late, which is like maybe nothing in like the real world. Like you're so used to like running late 5 minutes for like a coffee meeting with your friend, but like job is job, like once you're booked, like you have to be on time. Like I personally always choose to arrive like 5 to 10 minutes early than like being like 1 minute late. Also, just being personable, like talking to the client, like smiling, like not bringing your personal thing on set. Like, no matter what happens in your life, like, yes, you can maybe talk to the agents about it, but like at work, you're there to do your job, at least in my eyes. Like, I've gone on to shoots, like on set after my dog died, and I couldn't be crying. Like, I had to be strong and I had to like be smiley, and we were shooting beauty shoots. Like, it's not easy, but like you have to keep your professionalism in the level of what you're expected to do. And like I said, it's not easy. It's like that's why oftentimes like models are kind of not feeling like human beings, because like we just have to shut off the emotion, like what we're feeling. Like you have period cramps, no one cares. Like you have to do your job.
Yeah, one thing that I learned about this industry, we may work 3 times a week or once a week, and this client may only shoot twice a year. So for them, it's a bigger experience and it's a special event. And we have to always make sure they feel that. And like you said, not hear about our daily stress with the industry or life, because this is a once a year event for them.
Exactly.
So you have to really keep that in mind. It's a very weird job in that regard. You are a model who I consider always reshapes their book and is always looking to update their book. You know, I go to some model agencies and I look up on the board and I can look at the model's portfolio and say, I remember those images from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You're always refreshing things. What do you look for in a photographer, and how can a photographer do better model tests?
I mean, well, first of all, your taken photo is still on my com card, so good job. Both of them, actually, front and back, is your shots. I feel like for me, like I reach out to you a lot because I know we have a good energy together and I know how you work and you know how I work. So like we get stuff done quickly and easily without like overthinking. You know, it's like one important thing is definitely like photographers need to make models feel comfortable, because you can be creepy. You know, it's like I've been on set with some shoots that I'm just so uncomfortable with the photographer. Like either if he says something weird or acts a certain way, and that's just gonna make all the photos look horrible, because like the model's gonna be stiff. You can see the uncomfortable like feeling in her eyes or his eyes. So it's like the main thing I would say, like developing that the kind of friendship level comfort that you can easily sit down, you can talk, like even like reaching out just like there and there, being like, hey, like hope you're doing good, like saw you did the shoot, like this is amazing, like so happy for you. But not crossing the line of being like, oh my God, like let's go get coffee, you know? Like it's a thin line. But I feel like, yeah, as long as you can remain like that professional side, but still make everyone feel comfortable on set and just like super chill mood, instead of like, you know, putting like, we need this, but just like going with the flow. Like that's kind of what at least works with me when I work with photographers.
What challenges do you face in front of the camera?
I feel like sometimes my angles, you know, my face, like I prefer this side, not that side, but sometimes like I go into set and it's like set up for this side. I'm like, oh, I need to like rethink all my angles and like how am I gonna shoot, and like, you know, sometimes it's easy to just switch the light, but like I've worked with like big brands, like let's say like Bare Minerals or something, that like that's their setup and that's how it has to be. So it throws me off a little bit, but like it's a quick adjustment. You just have to like make sure you're gonna work your best angle in that situation. And if the client is happy, you have to be happy. Like, you know, it's at this point, like it's clients' wishes.
You've been in this industry for a while now, and I've noticed photography changing, modeling is changing, the poses models do. How do you stay sharp? Do you practice in the house? Do you look at magazines? Do you just say, this is who I am, and if they want me, they take it? Or do you evolve and adjust?
I have to be honest, like I used to do more self-training than I do now. And I feel like it's because I mostly work with e-com and like showrooms, which is very the same repetitiveness. So whenever I do creative shoots, like it's fun for me because I'm like, I like when I can see the screen with photographers taking the picture, because then I can immediately see what angle I need to adjust, and like that helps me learn more about myself. There are times when I do look up some posing from like other models or like, you know, like some websites and stuff, but like these days I just feel like the weirder it is, the better it is. So I'm like, I'm just gonna stick to me and like I'll do me. Like I kind of know my body, I know what looks good. So I just like go with like what I know, and then see a photographer is like, oh, like put your feet there, then like obviously like following directions because like they see from the lens how it looks better. Whereas like I can think it looks, and like maybe sometimes it's like it even like feels so uncomfortable, but it looks great in the photo. So it's like, yeah, just making those adjustments because every body is different. Every model's body is different. So the same pose is not, can like look completely different in two different models.
That's a great point. Before we started shooting, we were talking about the mental stress that we all have to deal with in this industry. I deal with it myself, where you don't know where your next meal is coming from. You don't know if your style of photography is still in or is going out. How do you deal with that as a model? I have this conversation with models and I try to tell them all the time, you guys will probably be modeling till you're 60 or 70. Like you look good now, you're going to look good at 60, you're going to look good at 70. There will be a role for you. But sometimes I feel models don't have that long-term vision. Do you see yourself staying around in this industry that long? Or do you think at some point you want to pivot and make an exit to something else?
I mean, it's a tough question because like first of all, at least for me personally, it depends on the documents. Because like right now, to stay in this country, I'm on a visa that allows me to do modeling and modeling only. So like I'll do it as long as I can. And even when I do get my green card, hopefully sooner than later, I still want to keep modeling as long as I'm able to, but I'm not getting any younger, and also thinking of like I'm about to be 35. Like the kids are going to come into picture. So like I do need more stable income. Unless I get a client that allows me to have a steady monthly income, I will probably have to pivot and like find something either next to modeling, like I can model and do something else, or just kind of fizzle out of modeling and really focus on like a different career path. What it's gonna be, I have no clue. I'm in that transition kind of now, just like even thinking about what is the things I want to do next, and it's very hard, not gonna lie, it stresses me out nonstop because like modeling is all glamorous and stuff from like other people's eyes, but reality is like, yeah, how you said, like sometimes you don't know where your next paycheck is coming from. It's like, you know, you can have a busy month, but you're getting paid in only like 3 months. Like you have to like think ahead a lot of times, and like God forbid some client goes into bankruptcy and like that bills are not gonna get paid for a while. So it's like I do wish to have more stability in my life in that sense. So I don't know, like I hope I can do modeling still for at least a few years, but at the same time, it's like I have to start thinking about the real life.
What has this industry taught you about yourself?
I'm capable of a lot of things. I mean, it's like you have to become so independent so early on. Like, you know, some girls start at 15, like 14, 15, which is incredible. I started later, like 20, but still it's like the first time you go on a trip by yourself, you need to figure out how you're gonna get in and out of airport, and what are you gonna cook for dinner, and like you have to like count your pocket money because it's only like X amount in a week, so like you have to plan accordingly. Like it makes you grow up really quickly, and also like the multitasking, how like we were doing makeup before and like the makeup artist didn't even tell me that I need to look up or something. It's just automatic while I'm talking to you. Like it's just like a multitasking thing that like I am able to do it. Just like kind of like the strength of independence. I feel like that's like one of the main things. I don't think I would be able or capable of doing a lot of things like by myself and being so comfortable by myself if it wasn't for modeling.
What's next for you?
I don't know. Whatever universe is gonna bring my way.
Now you're just enjoying the ride.
Yeah, I mean, now I just got a new client, so I'm very excited about that. I just hope that this year is gonna be great modeling wise and also like private life. You know, like I started now sessions with life coach just to like see where it can take me. So we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'll become a model agent myself. Like I kind of see it like being a path for me because I know the industry so well. So time will show.
What still inspires you about this industry? What gets
The
you
con-
excited to go to work? What gets you excited to say, hey, I made it, hey, I'm doing it, and I'm successful? What inspires you?
I think it's just the people around me. It's like every day is something different. Like, not gonna lie, I lost that inspiration for a while. Like, I was just treating it as like a literally job. Like, I was like, okay, I have to do this. But like at the same time, like I meet so many interesting people every time I work, and like sometimes it's even like kind of the same people on set, but like we're shooting something else. Like the vibe is completely different. Like we're becoming like a work family, and it's like it's beautiful and to see like how people develop themselves and like what's new in their lives. So it's not like, I don't see myself as like going to cubicle office 9 to 5 on a computer doing that thing. Like I would go crazy. So like the fact that like I have the freedom and like, yeah, we'll shoot 60 outfits a day, but like we're gonna have fun with it. Like we're gonna try out new stylings. I'm like learning new tips from stylists every day. It's like I see what's in season, like what fits my body, what's not. Like, it's just like kind of fun environment to work with.
That's good. All right, thanks for sitting down and chatting. Wish you
Of
the
course.
best, and we'll continue to do our once a year shoots or whatever that is.